Good morning and welcome to Growing Memories Homestead. I'm Brittany and it's kind of a miserably wet day outside today. So we're going to do some inside tasks and I'm going to bring y'all along. First thing we're going to do is feed the toddler because he's getting hangry. Then we're going to up pot some plant starts and hopefully get some hamburger buns made for Sloppy Joe's tonight and some chocolate chip muffins just for the boys to eat. So after I wipe it out, I do wash it. A lot of people, for some reason, don't believe in washing their cast iron. They just wipe them out. I've always washed mine with soap and water, dried it really well, oiled it down, and I've never had any problems. And I just feel like this is what works for me and my family. And we're going to continue washing our cast iron. So, I do use plastic in my kitchen. It's just more convenient for me and my family. I've got 2 fresh eggs. We're going to make them for him. He loves eggs. Beef tallow. We render our own from a local butcher. We keep it in the fridge so it gets a little hard, but it makes really good scrambled eggs. All right, so I found that if you want to make really good scrambled eggs without it sticking to your cast iron, you need a nice layer of oil and let it get kind of hot, and it will bubble up the eggs and they'll be so good and they will not stick to your pan. Watch. So this is his plate. I've got eggs and applesauce, and the eggs look better on in person than on camera. I know they look kind of funky on the camera, but usually I would put like some oatmeal or something right there, pancakes, something carby, but I'm not gonna do that today because I plan on making muffins in a little while and he'll just eat one of those. So my issue is that I don't think I'm gonna have enough soil, because this is all I have left. It's in my giant bowl. We originally got that bowl for when we're processing tomatoes, but it works really well for up potting seeds. So I've got all these peppers that need to be done, and there's some flowers I'm not worrying about. But I also have all these tomatoes, and they really need to be done too. So we might be making a soil run today. And these peppers, oh my gosh, hold on. I didn't realize, okay baby, I didn't realize, but some of them have about had it. Like, these are not gonna be, but all these are beautiful. I'm gonna show you what I've already got done though, because I'm really excited about starting seeds this year. It's my first year really doing it. So I've got so many. I don't have enough grow lights, so they're kind of wonky. Got these babies. These are all my tomatoes. Not all of them. I got more over there. But these, I think, were my original tomatoes. And then some flowers. And then more peppers. Aren't they beautiful?
Peppers?
Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they? Are they beautiful? Yeah. So as you can see, I've been using these little cups as my up-potting cups. But I've only got 3, so I may have to get some more when we get more soil. I do, however, have these from last year where I bought all my plant starts. So we'll use these 2 until I run out of soil. All right, and this is the best angle I can get. I gotta get some kind of tripod or whatever. I'm thinking I'm going to start with the tomatoes because they're looking quite a bit more leggy than these peppers. And I want to show y'all something really cool I found out. So if you take a fork and your soil's nice and moist, it'll pull right on out. How cool is that? So let's get some yeast here. Mix this up. I wet this because it was a little dry. And let's get some tomatoes done. So this is my first year really starting seeds. I did a few last year, a few peppers, but I thought I had killed them, so I lost all hope. And turns out those were probably my best performing peppers of the year, the ones that I started from seed. I was very impressed because I really thought I killed them. So it gave me a whole lot more confidence this year, knowing that they are more resilient than you would think. So with tomatoes, you can bury them higher than they were in here because all the little hairs on them turn into roots. So I think that's pretty cool. I think what I'm gonna focus on though is the ones that have gotten really leggy. And I'm going to plant them or up pot them first, just in case I don't make it to the store today. I've got to work tomorrow and Friday. So it might be Saturday before I make it, if I don't make it today. So, see that one's gotten really, really leggy, and I don't want it to break. So I'm just making a really nice size divot, and I'm going to plant it fairly deep, and I'm going to cover it up till about right there. So then all that under the soil will turn into roots. And I'll make an extra strong root system for the little tomato. Last year, we've never had really good luck with corn. But my poor husband, I don't know, I think it was last year, maybe the year before, we had a bad storm. And corn doesn't have very big root systems as it is. So he was out there trying in the storm to try to keep his corn up. And the corn just laying flat. It was a sight. It was a sight. So this is my last solo cup for the day. And then we'll reduce, reuse, recycle, right? So we're gonna get this little leggy one right here. So I did not label these. I know they're tomatoes. I am about 85% sure they're all Amish paste because I realized I didn't buy any Roma seeds, and we like to make a lot of tomato products, and Romas are one of the best for tomatoes. And the Amish paste, I had them. They seem fairly comparable to Romas. So I planted a lot of them. Ain't she beautiful? She's lovely, she's Grace, very demure. All right, so let's use these ones. Hey baby, what you doing? Okay. You know, there's some people that say they love to get their hands dirty in the soil. I like it for about the first 15 plants of the year, and then I'm over it. Like, when I was doing all this, I had so much soil under my nails. They just, oh my gosh, it was awful. So. Hey, buddy. Beautiful. All right. So I'm getting this done, and I'll get back to you. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 beautiful tomatoes up potted. I am in zone 8B. I'm in Southwest Georgia, and we should be able to plant out by the end of the month. So I'm not too worried about them, but I would like them to grow, you know, a little bit more before I put them out in a couple weeks. But who knows? So I'm gonna clean this up, and then we're gonna get started on our bread and muffins. And hopefully I can get all of my tasks knocked out by noon. And we might go to town and grab some lunch and soil. Sounds like a plan. So I'm assuming, like I said, all these are Amish paste. That's what we're rolling with. If not, we'll find out in a couple months, right? Let's use a paper towel first. We do not always use shop towels in our kitchen. In fact, this just started yesterday. I was frying some okra and I realized we were out of paper towels. And so I sent my son out to the car to grab these. The car was just got new brakes and shocks, so we bought them. And they work. I have to get some paper towels. I try not to use too many paper towels in the kitchen, you know, try to limit it. But I have 3 boys. We generally cook 3 meals a day plus snacks. So sometimes a kitchen towel just don't cut it. awesome stainless worktop from Amazon probably last year before canning season. We needed something that we could use like to process tomatoes and peppers and stuff on that wouldn't make a huge mess in the kitchen. And this has a lip on the back and it has become a workhorse. Like, it is amazing. It's got a shelf underneath I can store stuff in and I just love it. All right, while I'm getting all the other ingredients together, I'm gonna go ahead and put my 1 cup of water, my 2 tablespoons of yeast, and 1/4 cup of sugar so that the yeast can activate. This is not a recipe I came up with. I literally just TikToked hamburger bun recipe, picked the first one, and this one happens to be Lazy Days, Layz Days on TikTok. So, credit where credit is due. If it turns out wonderful, y'all should try it. I had never tried this recipe before. I'm assuming it's gonna turn out wonderful, right? So I need 1/3 cup oil. I don't have any oil, so I think I'm going to just heat up 1/3 cup of butter. I do have my tallow, but I don't really think that's gonna work in this purpose. And then a room temp egg, and I got several of those, so that's good. And some salt and flour. And look at this, okay. Walmart sells unbleached, great value flour now. I was very impressed. I can only find it at my larger Walmart that's about 30 minutes away, but I thought it was pretty cool. So, I'll be right back. All right, so it has gotten, well, you can't see, can you? Well, it's gotten pretty frothy. So we are going to add a whisked egg. Room temp egg, she said. And she also said if you don't have any room temp eggs, you could just put one in some warm water and let it come to room temp. So I'm assuming it's pretty important for it to be a room temp egg. We just store ours at room temp for the most part because they're fresh from the yard. And one thing I forgot about is the salt, so I'll be right back. So she calls for 1 teaspoon of salt in. I really hope that, yeah, that was a teaspoon. Okay. So we're gonna add the egg first. And my butter is quite warm. I'm kind of nervous. I don't wanna fry the egg. So I'm gonna hold off on that for a few minutes and let it cool down a tiny bit because, yeah, messed up. I'll be back. While we take this little intermission break, I'm gonna show y'all what else we have going on around the house. We've got some eggs getting ready to turn into chicks. We're on day 9. Also, look at this little cuteness. We got baby quail. We've got 35 of these babies. Aren't they precious? So we got them with the intent to raise them for both eggs and eventually meat and possibly hatch out and sell. So we're so excited. Oh my goodness, he's in my hair. Oh, hold up. My goodness, guy. Okay, going back home. I like the thought of potentially being supper, did he? This drives me crazy. It was me this time, not my husband. There we go. He did not like that idea. All right, hands are washed, butter's cooled down some. So we are going to give it a little bit of stir, mix it up a little bit. And we are going to take it over to Sally, our KitchenAid. She has been Sally since the day I got her. She is beautiful. And she's gonna mix this up for us, and we're gonna add, she said to add the 3 cups of flour, cup by cup as it mixes. So that's what we're gonna do, and I'll be back to show you the dough. Okay, so she said it'd be a little sticky, and it is. I put an extra couple tablespoons of flour in it anyways. because it was a little too sticky for my liking. But I'm about to bring it over here and we're going to get going on making them into buns. Alrighty, Freddie. Oh gosh. See, it's so sticky, but she said that's how it's supposed to be. So I'm having faith. Like, I don't know. I used to make sourdough. I really enjoyed it. But it is not the season of life to be making sourdough. This is ridiculous. I don't think I did it right. Oh my gosh. I'm usually really good at making bread, y'all, I promise. But this recipe, I mean, it may be because I use the butter. So it's probably just user error. Like, there is nothing wrong with her recipe. But apparently, I don't know how to follow one. I really enjoy, gosh, what's her name? Can't think of her name now. Usually, I can tell you these people like they're my friends. But she's a YouTuber from Acres Homestead. She makes a really good no-knead bread. And I've done that quite a few times and it is so good. But I wanted to do hamburger. I made some really good hamburger buns one time. But I don't remember the recipe. So we're cutting them into 8. She said that 8 makes a pretty large hamburger bun. She said that 10 to make them slightly smaller. And then if you wanted to do like sliders, you could do like 12 or more. But we're gonna follow her recipe for 8. So what you do, you just take it, you stretch the top to the bottom. And it'll make a really good smooth top. I'll plop it on my pan over here. Can you see that? Y'all can't see that, can you? No, sorry. What if I put it right here? Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Okay, maybe it won't fall. So it's still a little sticky for my liking. Like I said, it's probably because I used the butter. Her recipe used olive oil, and we have nothing against olive oil. We're just out. I'm gonna give the bottom a little bit of flour so that it don't stick to my pan. See, that one's so much smaller than that one. I don't know what I got going on today, guys. And I don't think we're gonna do muffins because I am pretty much out of butter now. And who wants a muffin without butter? So maybe if I go to get that soil today, I'll grab a pack of butter. We'll see. It has turned into a pretty day out. Told y'all earlier that it was gloomy. It's probably about 10 o'clock now. And it's nice and sunny. We live on a dirt road. And I drive a van, a minivan. I about got stuck this morning. Like, I had pedal to the metal going 7 miles an hour. It was rough. But those boys had to get to school. So, we made it happen. Mamas do. So ready to put plants in the dirt. I got a window right there and I just keep looking out towards my garden like one day. I just realized, so my husband came in, told me he's gonna fix my cattle panel today. It was dark when he told me. And I just realized I hadn't been outside today. There is a big tree down right beside my garden, guys. So he said, oh God, it looks, maybe it's not that bad. He's gonna have fun after work today, cleaning that up. And that's not like a threat, not at all. Like that was his plan. But that just does not sound like a fun after work activity, in my opinion. But anyhow, my dog wants to go outside. So I'm gonna let these rise. I don't know what I got going on over here. Okay, I'm gonna let these rise. I'm gonna cover them up with a damp tea towel. I'm gonna clean up my mess, let them rise, bake them, and I'll show them to y'all. She said to bake at 425 for 8 minutes. So I'll show you the end results, and that'll probably be about a video. What don't you think? So, we'll see. This is how my rolls turned out, or my buns. They're decent sized to be a hamburger bun. They're thick. Let's cut one open and see how it worked. So I have decided, let's cut the small one open. Well, let's cut a medium-sized one open. I've decided that I am not going to town today. I really don't. How stinking, it's a hamburger bun. That was a really, they're so pretty. I am very impressed with myself and Lazy Days hamburger bun recipe. I think, should I try it? No, I'm not gonna try it. We've got 8 of them. There's 5 of us. So I'm not gonna try it right now. We might need it for supper. But I'm so excited. Pretty good buns. Pretty good looking buns. Y'all have a good day.